What is going on, guys? It is the Coaster Crusader here, and today we'll be taking a look at Sandy's Blasting Bronco at Nickelodeon Univserse in the American Dream Mega Mall. This Intamin short loop prototype is an Intamin's take on the compact launch coaster, first pioneered by premier ride Skyrocket 2 in 2012. However, unlike the Skyrocket 2s, this rocket would fail to take off and would go on to become one of the most elusive credits to obtain. In this video, we'll be going over the history, engineering, and flaws behind Sandy's Blasting Bronco. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Prior to the opening of American Dream, it was confirmed that the park was adding two compact Intamin models, one being a modified Surf Rider and another one being a prototype that was capable of launching forwards and backwards. People speculated on how this would be achieved. It was later revealed that this would be achieved through the use of a rotating turntable that would double as the ride station. A rotating station was a very uncommon sight to see in the amusement industry, so everyone was super stoked to see how Intamin would employ this in future models. However, the ride faced numerous setbacks during construction. Reportedly, Sandy was the last ride to begin construction, with parts and supplies arriving later than other rides. There was also some trouble the park experienced with getting the ride's turntable to work properly. Issues with the turntable ranged from the table not moving to the table not aligning with the track properly. Additionally, ride testing barely began by the time the park opened, with the train just beginning pull-throughs in late October. While the remainder of the coasters carried Nick Universe through its opening weekend, Sandy would sit dormant until November 2019, where the ride would finally send its first successful test run. The ride would continue testing throughout the winter and was scheduled to have its official opening on March 11th, 2020, but Sandy would have its opening day pushed back to October 2020 when American Dream reopened to the public. The ride finally held its grand opening on October 4th, 2020 when rides were finally able to complete American Dream's coaster collection. The ride begins its cycle launching forwards into a large Immelman loop offering some hang time. After gaining some hang time, the ride enters a snappy Immelman loop that provides some laterals and minor airtime. After snapping out of this Immelman, the ride enters its final element known as a rollover. This rollover weaves through both Immelmans, creating a head chopper element on top of providing some lateral G-forces. After completing the ride course, the train parks in the station turntable when all of a sudden, the turntable switches the train backwards! Now you complete the same circuit in reverse, meaning if you sat in the front of the train, you were now in the back and vice versa. This created a unique ride experience by altering the ride forces experience caused by the backwards momentum. After completing the rides backwards, the ride returns to its home position and the turntable rotates the train back forwards so the next group of riders can board. Overall, Sandy is a very fun ride. It might not be the most thrilling ride I've been on, but the concept and ingenuity behind this ride is very impressive. Seeing a ride with a turntable as its station was fascinating to see. Additionally, the backwards launch on this ride is enough reason to get out here once the ride reopens. If you're sitting in the front, the ride folds you forward due to the lack of upward support. It's a unique feeling and it's easily my favorite part of the ride. After its grand opening, the ride would continue to operate periodically throughout the 2021 season, until it closed again in October of 2021 for scheduled maintenance. Ever since the ride closed, Sandy has been SB&O since. Nick Universe keeps releasing new dates that they hope to reopen the ride, but this date keeps being postponed further and further. Upon visiting the park, guests will notice that the train is now sitting on the transfer track completely stripped apart, showing no sign that the ride will reopen soon. Throughout its operational history, Sandy has failed to become the potential competitor to premier Skyrocket 2. But what exactly caused the downfall of Sandy's Blasting Bronco? There's two different scenarios that we can make predictions on. The first scenario will place the fault on Intamin with the ride's engineering. For a small park such as Nick Universe, the ride would have been better off and more reliable if the turntable wasn't part of the ride design. As ingenuitive as this design plan was, this turntable contributed to the ride's delayed opening and continual downtime the ride would experience during operation. If Intamin wanted to create a ride experience that offered forwards and backwards experiences, this could have been achieved through a modified train design where each half of the train was facing opposite directions. Or they could have gone the direction like Gerstlauer did with Fury and made the ride capable of operating forwards or backwards. This way, guests would have an option to travel forwards or backwards during their ride experience. The second scenario would place the blame on the park for the delayed construction and opening of the ride. This isn't limited to just Sandy, but had the park planned better on the opening of Nick Universe, the park itself would have been more well received. Most complaints from opening day attendees was the park still looked like it was under construction and the lack of rides available to ride. Sandy being under construction still did not help this case. At the end of the day, the most we can hope for is the issue surrounding Sandy's closure is resolved so guests and other enthusiasts can have a chance to ride this fun coaster. So what do you guys think? Who do you think is at fault for Sandy's troubled service life? Be sure to comment your thoughts in the comment section below and feel free to discuss with others on what they think. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe. Look forward to more videos coming soon. And as always, see you guys later.